I'm Megan with Happy Tails Pet Care, and I'm a professional pet expert and nutrition consultant. My goal is to educate people about animals and help pet owners provide the best care to their beloved pets. See a pet in my video you like? Let me know, and I will feature that pet in more videos. This video is going to be about introducing you to some of my unusual pets. These are pets that are not very common, but I think you're really going to enjoy meeting all of them. The first pet that I'm going to introduce you to is Barry. This is Barry. Barry is a Rose Breasted Cockatoo. They are not very common in the United States, but they are a cockatoo, even though most people are used to seeing cockatoos that are solid white. Barry is very pink. I do not dye his feathers. I've been asked by people if I got him that pink by coloring his feathers, and no, I did not. Barry does have the little hat that the cockatoos have up here, and he doesn't usually lift it, so I don't think I can get him to be too excited right now. Barry, good boy. Good boy, Barry. Not had him DNA tested, but I am under the impression that he is a boy. These cockatoos are native to Australia. Again, they're not very common in the United States, but they're all over the place in Australia. This little guy here is a Rainforest Opossum. They're from South America, and they are of the possum family, so when they have babies, they all stick to the mom right on top of her or underneath. He's very friendly, he does great, mostly comes out only at night though, and tolerates being handled pretty well. These are solitary animals, so he lives by himself. They only come together in the wild to mate, so for the most part they enjoy being by themselves. And his name is Reepicheep. Reepicheep the Rainforest Possum. This is called a sugar glider. They're from Australia. They're nocturnal, so she's not too happy about being woken up right now. Her name is Beastie. She's a female. They are marsupials, which means that they carry their babies inside of a pouch on their stomach. Beastie the sugar glider. She's looking for a pouch to crawl back into. She only comes out at night. Okay, now that we have the nocturnal species put away, I can get the lights back on in order to show you another pet from Australia. This here is Regal. He is a bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are very large lizards, and they're also very docile, so they're easy to handle, and they're also a reptile that you can handle a lot, which is awesome. And this is Regal. Getting back into the furry stuff, we have Ivory. Ivory is a chinchilla. Chinchillas are from South America, and they are extremely well known for how soft they are. They have extremely soft fur and are used to make coats. It takes 150 chinchillas to make one coat. And that's not worth it at all, because these little guys are too cute, and they make very good pets. This is Quill the Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are able to roll up into a ball completely, leaving no skin exposed except for their little quills, and this is to protect against predators. Hedgehogs are actually considered a gardener's best friend because they eat pests, and a cool fact about them is that they can come across a snake, even one that's venomous, and be able to kill it and eat it. So these little guys may look cute, but they can be kind of ferocious. And there's Quill the Hedgehog. This here is a Socata Tortoise, often referred to as the African spurred tortoise because they are from Africa, and they have these little spurs on their leg which helps them dig. This is a little guy, a baby about 1.5 years old. However, he's going to grow up to be huge. They are the second largest tortoises in the world, so one day he's going to be so big that I'll be able to sit on him. Sitting in my hand to me sitting on him. That's how big these guys get. I'm sorry he's not being very friendly today, but he recently ate a big meal and now mostly just wants to nap. This next pet, as you can see, is a goat. I consider him to be an unusual pet because goats are common, but they're not commonly kept as just pets. And Shiva here is just a pet. Shiva is a Nigerian dwarf goat. They are bred to produce milk. However, Shiva's a boy, and he's a wether, which basically means that he cannot have babies. For those of you who own goats, Shiva is a Nigerian dwarf, and he's actually very well bred. His parents are all show winners and very, very good quality goats with papers. However, Shiva does still have his horns, and the reason that is that I requested that Shiva's horns be left on him. I find it very inhumane for goats to have their horns removed. These little guys are so tiny, Shiva here is full grown, that their horns are honestly not dangerous at all. There's really no danger in keeping their horns on them, and I just prefer them that way. It's a natural way for them to be, and it's also more humane to leave the horns. The next pet that I'm introducing you to is Basil. This is Basil. He's a ferret. Ferrets are very active pets, however they do sleep the majority of the day. They sleep about 18 hours a day. When they are awake, they are Energizer bunnies, and they just go crazy, getting into stuff, jumping around, having a good old time. Ferrets are really good pets for somebody who's only home a couple hours out of the day because they do spend the majority of the time sleeping. Ferrets should always be kept in pairs at least. I have 3 of them, and they all live very happy together. Ferrets get along very easily. Unlike other animals, they're also very easy to introduce to each other. Ferrets have a musky smell, and they do need to be cleaned often. Their cage needs to be cleaned once or twice a day, and they need to have a bath every couple of weeks. Ferrets are very cute pets. They do, however, like to steal your stuff. If they find something like keys, belts, shoes, my ferrets have stolen and hidden all kinds of things underneath furniture and places that are just hard to reach. Ferrets come in a couple of different colors. There's this one that's a cinnamon. There's also the black masked, and they also come in a few others such as white and other lighter colors. Since I started my 10 unusual pets with a bird, I would like to end with a bird. This here is Kiwi. He's a little new to our family, so he's not used to being handled quite as much yet, but we're going to get him used to that. Kiwi is a lovebird, and lovebirds are from Africa. He is a small, cute little parrot that's very colorful. If you don't have a lot of room for large parrots, lovebirds are great, very pretty, and they sing a lot. And Kiwi the lovebird concludes my video of 10 of my unusual pets. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up to help my channel, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and read my blog at mjhappytales.com. Thanks for joining me.